It's known as one of the loudest stadiums in sports for a reason, and it'll only get louder as the collective 12th man starts cheering for their Seahawks. Welcome to Lumen Field in Seattle. Coming up, a highly anticipated contest between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Seattle Seahawks. Here's Jason Myers to get this one going, and we're underway from Seattle. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. And the first carry here for Ashton Jeanty. Powering his way forward a bit. Give him about 6 there to begin this drive.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. From the gun, Smith. That's him on the quick hitter. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Give him 5 on the play. And the Raiders are going to have a first down.
Here we go.
Shotgun give here to Jeanty. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackle for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11.
You know how we hear about teams and quarterbacks avoid targeting a stud cornerback, just throwing away from him? Well, maybe they should avoid running it anywhere near this guy. He's having no issue stopping these plays cold.
Smith to the air now. He put everything he had into this one. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders take a 6-0 lead right away.
It's an old adage, but it's a true adage. Speed kills. And gosh, I love that, Kate. Right from the jump, you don't wait to get your playmaker started. Get him the ball early and put a fear of God into this defense.
Carlson's extra point is good. And the Raiders will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Carlson all set now for the kickoff. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock, so they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. Heading to the line, the Seahawks in a good spot as they prepare for this 1st and 10. Kenneth Walker gets it for the first time. Well, maybe the rest of the game is going to be headed in the proper direction, Brock, but their first play winds up going backwards. And it's not just you quarterbacks, Brock Heward, who got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
From the gun, Darnold. Short pass brought in. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Offense up to the line fast. Darnold with it on 3rd and short. This is going to be short. Quick stop by the defense to bring up 4th down. Working quickly here. Trying for it, it's Walker. And he stops. The call to go for it from their own side backfires on him with a turnover on downs. And now some great field position.
These 4th down runs, it's all about want to and will. Want to keep it conservative offensively, try to move it across, but that defense was having none of it. And now they get themselves off the field.
That's taken in nicely by Brock Bowers. And they are set up excellently. This is down to the 18. Give him 25 on that play. And that's a Vegas first down. No doubt they'll take a repeat of how this game began, Brock, and that play has them on their way towards it.
Scripting for success. They'll keep pressing the advantage, too, until some resistance has got to finally appear.
Genty from the gun. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Big man up front said, not in my house. Let me tell you, Kate, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this. It's over. Over.
That winds up incomplete and brings an end to our opening quarter. So they'll get to scheme about this third down call for a bit. That brings us to the end of one. It's an early lead for the Raiders. More from Lumen Field in just a minute. We're back and excited to start this second quarter. You excited? We're excited. Raiders in a nice spot here to put up some points.
13 next.
Throwing on third, Smith. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. Trying to find Brock Bowers. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long.
So many coaches love third downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these third downs.
Carlson's kick is good. And that one was hit great. It sails on through without incident.
Anytime you start sniffing that red zone and you don't score 6, you only come away with 3 points. Not what you were looking for on the call sheet.
Carlson all set now for the kickoff. To return this, Rashid Shaheed. This makes it up to the 25. Starting out trips right here. 1st and 10. Out of the gun. Here's Darnold. Oh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
The lack of points and the lack of yards have just gone hand in hand here in the first half, and they both really trace back to the same root cause, an inability to consistently find and exploit any opening in what's been a very sound defensive game plan.
2nd and 10. Darnold. And again, an interception is dropped. Looked a whole lot like the last play, didn't it, partner? And again, the turnover escapes him. It's going to be 3rd down. Still 10 yards to get this first down as they come to the line.
We're going to Yo, lady.
Throwing is Darnold on 3rd down. Into heavy coverage, and that's intercepted. And the Raiders take over after forcing the first turnover of this ballgame. All right, defense did its job, forced the offense into a 3rd and long, and that, in large part, partner, led to that interception.
Such a dichotomy, Kate, in so many ways. Offensively, we hear all the time, what? Stay on schedule, avoid these situations. Defensive coaches, you know what they say, earn the right to rush the passer, earn the right to make them one-dimensional, and when you do, go pay it off. And they did in the biggest of ways with that huge INT. That's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground, you could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
That's complete to the back, Ashton Genty. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that first down.
A play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball, right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
A play fake, now Smith to throw. Intercepted in the end zone. And the Seahawks have it with 99 yards to go. Seahawks just about set. Here's 1st and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. He cuts it back right. He's off to the races. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. All the way. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. One after up and good for Myers. And the Seahawks cut it to a field goal game. Volley set up and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. From his own end zone, here we go. Lanes didn't open for him. He is stopped shy of the 15. The Las Vegas offense is set. 1st and 10. Play action. Here's Smith. On target to Thornton. And he'll have it up to about the 23-yard line on the play. So it looks like it'll be 2nd and maybe a yard as we come back, Brock, from our 2-minute warning. More from Lumen Fields coming right up. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Out of the gun. Here's Smith. It's his running back. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Smith. He throws a bullet deep to the right side. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection.
It just kind of feels like they've met their match with this defense. So many plays, well, they just not ended the way they were drawn up. Fortunately, well, their defense is doing the same. You really feel like which offense can get into rhythm is going to find a way to win this game.
Still at the 30 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. Back to the air. It's Smith. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, well, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Middle line. Good shit. Like Jack's left. Line. Jack.
3rd and long for him here. That's complete. Here's Thornton. And he's going to take this down to the opposing 44. That's going to pick up the 1st down after a gain of 26.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Pause. 53.
Smith's going to throw again. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. That is Nick Emanwari. And they're going to score. It's a pick 6 for Seattle.
I got to imagine this defense right now has got some kind of tell on this quarterback. He's either giving it away with his eyes or his feet. Interception on the previous drive, and this defense once again jumping all over him.
That one right down the middle. And the Seahawks take a 4-point lead. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. And it didn't look like he was seriously considering a return there, did it? So that touchback going to come out to the 35. Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line. Now Smith coming off that pick. Has a man on target to Thornton. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line. And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
On first down, here's Smith. Throwing this one back of the end zone. And through the back of the end zone and out of bounds. Took his shot at 6 that time. So that brings up second down. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Bronk. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
Smith will try again on second. Sends this to the end zone. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders take the lead just before halftime. So late in the half, Brock, why not take a shot downfield? And their prayers are answered as they come up with that late touchdown.
You know, this is just a case of who wants it more. If you're in that secondary, all you're thinking is knock the ball down.
Yeah.
Even if you make some contact, right, they rarely call pass interference on plays like that. But somehow, some way, the ball winds up as a touchdown.
That one splits the uprights. And the Raiders push their lead to 3. Carlson all set now for the kickoff. Shaheed now to return. And he's brought down just inside the 25. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Only 10 seconds remaining here, so 1st and 10 may be our last snap of the half.
Here we go, son. Red 80. Hey, son.
He'll throw it. Escapes the pocket. Moving right, airs it up. Wide open down the field, and he has it.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw, when you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
Now the Raiders using the last of their timeouts. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. Ball spotted on that right hash, 53 yards out. So we're through 2 quarters now, still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Carlson all set now for the kickoff. Shaheed now to return. Pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Seattle getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10.
Side.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And he'll be stopped after just about a yard. 2nd and 9 coming up.
It's pretty clear you're trying to find ways to get this player in space, right? That's where he's most dangerous. But the defenders made sure they kept him contained and limited what came of that one.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8.
Here we go, set. Yo, 80. Hey, set.
Now Darnold off the play action. That's incomplete left side. Cooper caught the intended receiver. That's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
He's counting his lucky stars. That one isn't headed the other way right now. That is not the time to challenge double coverage.
Throw here, 3rd down. Lockett isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And they're staring at a 4th down now after that sack.
That is not the way they needed to come out of the locker room here to begin the second half. Trailing, you got to play with a sense of urgency. You got to protect your quarterback. And they didn't either.
It's fielded at the 14. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. From the gun, Smith. Completed over the middle. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
This is Genty on 2nd. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the 1st. Back to Genty. He's going to get this one into enemy territory to the 47. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
That's a nice running there on that 7-yard gain. Make it 2nd down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
And they're going to stop him after he gets this to the 26. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
What a great sign to start the second half for this offense, because with a lead, well, the ground game becomes your best friend, the centerpiece for this offense, trying to chew up that clock.
Offense is set, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Smith. Has him on the quick hitter. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. So we hit the end of the 3rd quarter. It's the Raiders' ball, a chance at a win if they can hang on to this lead. Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. Giving this to Genty. It's inside the 10. And he will haul it in for the Vegas touchdown. The Raiders making a 9-point advantage. Well, he found himself some space to work, and from there, all athleticism as he made his way in for 6.
You know, you run the ball down in the red zone, Kate, you're not always thinking touchdowns, right? Space is so hard to come by. But you're exactly right. His athleticism, his explosion, his speed, it puts 6 on the board for the offense.
Surprise here. They're running for it. And right back into the end zone he goes. So one play, it's a touchdown. Then the next for 2, and he's extended their lead. So they stick with a hot hand partner, and he ends up adding 2 more on top of that touchdown.
I'd say 8 points is a pretty solid try's work for him.
Right.
And as long as he's producing, seeing the gaps, getting the pads down, getting those tough yards, feed that man the ball. He won't be denied.
Carlson all set now for the kickoff. Shaheed now to return. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. Seahawks just about set. Here's 1st and 10.
We go set.
Putting a receiver in motion.
Go, lady. Set.
Here's Darnold, 1st and 10. Gonna let this one fly deep downfield. And this is gonna end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit. Kate, you got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
Finds him over the middle. And he's tackled for a short gain. Working quickly here. 3rd and long. They're going to throw. This is brought in. Big gain for Smith-Njigba. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. And again, it's Darnold. Completes it again to Smith-Njigba. And he's got this one down to the enemy 35 before they force him out. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
All set to go now from the 35.
Go set. Go, lady. Red 80. Set.
1st and 10. Darnold. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. He was looking for Cooper Kupp. So it's 2nd down coming up.
That's a throw at this level. With so much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. Got to be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10.
Red 80. Red 80.
From the gun, Darnold. Taking a shot towards the end zone. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Go, lady.
Throwing is Darnold on 3rd down. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
That's one of those 3rd down situations where you're asking an awful lot of your man to make a play to keep this drive going. Too much of a contested catch there, unable to bring it in.
Desperation time here on 4th. Downfield, that finds Shaheed. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Going with a quick pass out line. And he takes it down to the 2, but no touchdown yet. He's out of bounds.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Running for it, it's Walker. And the defense wins this rep. That's stopped at the line, and now they've got 3rd and goal.
Go, lady.
Offense in the hurry up here. Quick pass, right side, complete. And he's not going to get in. Another stand defensively, and they've made it 4th and goal.
Red 80. Red 80. Red 80. Set.
Desperation time here. On the move, headed right. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
Well, I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the fourth. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
Trying for the deep ball. And this is going to end up incomplete. Really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Second down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. Working near his goal line. He's trying to go deep again! Big gain downfield! They get 35 out of that play. And the Raiders are going to have a first down. So rather than let the 2-minute warning hit, the defense burns the first of its time.
Well, there's never a shortage of shows or sights and sounds throughout this city, but for the next few hours, all eyes are glued to Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. And we are underway here in Las Vegas. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. First play, and Hurts looking to throw it. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Heck of a start, a 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 44-yard line.
Hey, 73.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
73. Try to look at him.
Here's Hurts to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. That's going to be caught. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Boy, no problems getting down the field here on this opening drive. They've looked really sharp in the early going, and they've come up with some big plays already. Here's another that's going to set up 1st and goal.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Hurts. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles are on the board first here in Vegas. Elliott good on the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Looking to put a drive together.
Check 51. Middle.
Throwing is Smith. Completes this one to Thornton. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. They'll run for the first time with Ashton Jeanty. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for a Las Vegas first down.
We really didn't have any doubt that he was going to be one of the top-rated rookies coming into the league, especially as a runner. And he's given us no reason to change our minds. That's a big-time run, and the production that he showed us in college is translating very well into the National Football League.
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Check 58. Hey, trio left.
Now Gino. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Well, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the Eagles are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley, 44 yards. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Elliott on for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
13X.
And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Gino now to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. It's a big play there for Vegas. 58 yards. $14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter from Vegas. The homestanding Raiders with a football here as they go to work on a 1st and goal. Gino going to hand it to Genty. And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up.
Hey, let's go Wednesday, on Wednesday. Hey, what's it on?
On the ground with a tight end. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Raiders are back within a score.
As they began this last drive, things weren't exactly looking up for this offense. But after what they just did, putting the ball in the end zone, that took them away from the brink of possibly being knocked out of this game.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And that one makes it 14-7. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Now he's going to step up and run. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down. Play action. Here's Hurts. Now he'll tuck this and run. Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it.
Hey, Silver.
Throwing is Hurts. He'll try and do this himself. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down.
He's been making himself a weapon as a runner, and the results, they've been welcomed by his offense. My question is about the defense we're watching right now, partner. Even after he got him with a scramble earlier this drive, they still aren't devoting enough attention to him. I would expect that after that carry, they'll do a much better job going forward, spying on him on passing downs.
A first down carry for Barkley. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. In motion goes the tight end. Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. It hurts not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for it. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He'll try to do it himself. And Hurts able to show off some of that elusiveness as he slides to the ground there, and in the process picks up the first down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. 20! And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Hey, let's go, let's go, let's go. Trimmer, trimmer, trimmer.
Running left, it's Barkley. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So not quite a first and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Hurts finding A.J. Brown. And the Eagles will extend their lead here just before halftime. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. Working downfield, he's got Thornton. Down the right sideline. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And with the clock at all zeros, they get the touchdown to make this just a one-score game into the lockers.
And you know what else it does? Besides boost their confidence, it doesn't change your game plan any. See, if they're down bigger going into the half, you may have to revise what you plan to do in the second. But now in this spot, within one score and striking distance, you go ahead and keep playing and do what you've worked on all week long.
The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
There we go, to the one. Middle, middle. Hey, it's a clip.
Throwing now is Gino. Short throw caught by Bowers. And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. A give out of the gun to Genty. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Check 58. Line. Check 59. Check 59.
Smith. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
Smith. Returning right back to Lockett. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Middle. No ball.
Here's Smith. It's complete to Lockett. Well, they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
Sunday. No ball.
On first down, it's Genty. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7.
Here we go. Finish it. Hey, it's a clip. 13X. Tuesday.
Back to throw, Smith. They'll get this out to Genty. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Here we go, 3rd and 1.
53.
Gut check time on both sides.
Here we go.
They're going to run this with a tight end. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Smith. And this a quick slant to Lockett. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it'll be 2nd down.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker. And you got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense. And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that plan any down.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. Now first and goal. They come up on a first and goal with this game still hanging in the balance. Genty. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Now second down and a few inches.
390%. Look, Jack's left. Hey, trio left. Hold on. Check 59, cover.
Here's Smith. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Tyler Lockett laying himself out in the end zone. And the Raiders are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the post, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination at it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Here's first and 10.
73. Like a Hornet. Hey, let's go.
Burt sets up to throw it. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's first and 10 now. Oh, look at this. It's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And the Raiders are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Mears used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity. Ken, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
I think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
They'll come up first and 10 here. Smith to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be caught. Touchdown. And they've broken our tie here in the final minute. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the fourth quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. This is first and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And once he got out of the pocket, you thought that maybe he'd take off with it, especially here in the 2-minute drill. Sometimes defenses are focused so much downfield that there's room to run, but this time he decided to throw it unsuccessfully.
A handoff, Barkley running left. And he'll be out of bounds after a gain of about 5. That stops the clock, but slow and steady won't win the race at this point.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Well, the black hole and everyone in Vegas on their feet. Here's 3rd down now.
He'll look to throw.
Now Hurts is going to do it himself. And he is out of bounds with the 1st down. And 13 seconds left to go.
That one checks all the boxes, doesn't it? You get the 1st down, check. Get out of bounds, stop the clock, check.
Bill, how about one last check? Keep your quarterback from getting hit. That's a big check.
Yeah, check there as well. Good call. A handoff to Barkley.
And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46.
Now they burn the timeout, and they're kind of in that gray area where they might be able to get 2 plays in, but maybe just 1 play left in this ball game. We'll see.
180, 180.
He's back to throw.
Out left to Dotson.
And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Here comes 2nd down and 5.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They'll look to throw.
He'll try to pick it up himself.
Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over.
Well, what a thrilling 4th quarter this one was. Well, at least I guess if you're cheering for the winning side, an outstanding comeback, though, that saw them completely take control and change the outcome of this game.
Yeah, I'm not sure how many of us saw that coming, the way that they were playing and having the lead after 3 quarters. A little bit of a stunning ending because it wasn't just a 1-touchdown swing. It was a multiple touchdown swing for them to end up losing that ball game. Give credit where credit is due. They came off the pace and got it done.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com.
Celebration time tonight on the Strip as we say so long from Las Vegas.